On January 20th, Turkey launched a cross-border operation in Syria's Afrin region. Its aim to root out the terror threat posed by the PKK-linked YPG. We ask a leading Turkish politician of Kurdish origin from the ruling AK Party what this operation means for both Turkey and the region's Kurds. I'm Ali Can Ayanlar, and this is One on One with Mehdi Eker. Mehdi Eker, Turkey has stated that this operation launched in Syria's Afrin region was to eliminate the terror threat posed by the YPG. Is Turkey's national security directly at risk because of the YPG?
Of course, directly at risk, because YPG means and equals PKK. So both of them, they are located for a long time, and they are armed. They are given so many, artillery, including artillery, and lot of guns and so on. And they are from their positions, which are located in Afrin region. Directly, they are attacking Turkey. They are attacking civilians, those who are shopping in the market. They are attacking the mosques. They are attacking the, civilians or any military bases and so on. So it is a clear threat for Turkey. We have to save our lives, our people, our borders, our cities, our towns, our villages, and we have to secure it.
You said that the YPG equals the PKK.
That's right.
The PKK is a terrorist organization that's recognized as such by not only Turkey, but also many other countries and organizations.
Yes.
But why do you think other countries and organizations do not recognize the YPG as a terror organization?
Well, if they are, unfortunately, I have to say it, if they are really sincere and if really they do not know whether they are equals or not, I would say this is a lack of capacity. If not, then there should be some other accounts or some other calculations. We don't know regarding the reshaping Middle East and so on. So every individual that lives in Middle Eastern area, including Turkey, very well knows that the PKK is a political party, but at the same time, it's a terrorist organization. And the PYD, the political party that operates under the same umbrella with the PKK, both of which operates under the KCK. So, located and operates in Syria, PYD. So political parties, I would say the political wings of the same organization, and they have terror organizations, HPG, they have YPG, which is operating in Syria, and YPJ for the women wings. So YPJ and YPG both operates in Syria, one for women branch and the other for male, and HPG operates in Turkey. For instance, those who made a lot of terror attacks in towns of Turkey in year 2015 and eliminated in 2016 in Turkey. for instance, in southeastern part of Turkey, in Diyarbakir, in Nusaybin. So these are all operates under the umbrella of KCK, which is led by Murat Karayılan, Cemil Bayık, and of course what they call the head of terrorists is Öcalan. So it is, everyone knows about it. I mean...
You say that everyone knows about it, but
yes.
I think you must agree. You just talked about a number of acronyms. Everything is under the KCK. You have the PKK, you have the YPG, you have the PYD, you have the HPG, you have the Women's Arm, the YPJ. This is awfully confusing for a person who's not from this region, who doesn't understand the dynamics, the internal dynamics of Turkey. Do you think this is one of the problems in terms of Turkey's ability to explain to the outside world?
It is not a matter of Turkey. This organization operates and known in 4 regional countries: in Turkey, in Iran, in Iraq, and in Syria. So the terror organizations that we've mentioned so far operates in Syria and in Turkey. For instance, they have PJAK operates in Iran. So all of them are the same. Just reminding the audiences that the PKK, when it's found in 1978, the idea and the target was, with the Marxist and Leninist ideology, with the practice of Stalin, that they try to establish a socialist, united socialist Kurdish Republic, Kurdistan, located in 4 countries: in Iran, in Iraq, in Turkey, and in Syria.
But this was 40 years ago. Do you think things have changed?
But yeah, from time to time, they change the practice and the program. So from time to time, they change their allies. For instance, everyone knows that the Assad, the father, the Hafiz Assad, protected him from 1980 to 1999. So international opinion would know very well that they were, the PKK, and it is, leaders and all, terrorist elements. They were kept in Syria, both trained in Biqa Wali in Lebanon, and in Syria, in different parts of Syrian territory, in order to be used against Turkey. This was clear, it was known by everyone. And in 1999, when Öcalan went to Russia, Italy, Greece, and Kenya, and then with the operation, he was taken in, and now he's jailed in Turkey. So after that, in 1990s, when the Operation Desert Storm starts in Iraq, and later on, they located in Kandil mountain. So since then, in the beginning of 1990s, the terrorist elements are located in Kandil mountains. Everyone knows about this. So from time to time, but today, with the recent developments in Syria, then unfortunately, with the emergence of Daesh, then our allies, fellows, United States, they consider them as ally, as partner to fight against Daesh.
You recently met with foreign envoys, and what did you explain to them? What were some of their questions, and what was the message that you tried to give to them?
Well, they concern, of course, about Syria. I mean, how long will it take, and I mean, what will affect the relationship? What I told the colleagues that the aim of Turkey is security, the security of Republic of Turkey, our territory, and our citizen, of course, is very important. The second issue is the stability of the region, because unless and otherwise, I mean, both Turkey and, of course, the whole European continent will be affected, since millions of people migrated from, I mean, their hometowns, their home countries, and so on. So we have to clean the area, the region, from the elements of terrorist organizations. As we did, I remind them an example that we did with the Euphrates Shield operation. When we cleaned the area, 100,000 immigrants went back to their hometown. Today, they live in their hometown, and Turkey provided them not only with the security, but with the health services, with the education, and with, of course, the basic infrastructure services. So what we now try to do in Afrin operation, olive branch operation, again, to clean that area from the elements of PYD, PYG, PKK, and then because hundreds of thousands of people migrated from this area, Kurds, Arabs, Turkmens. So to make that area available for a safe and secure place, we now hosting 3.5 million Syrian refugees. Around 400,000 of which is Kurdish, our Kurdish brothers and sisters. So where they live either in Afrin region or in other, towns in northern Syria. So we have to help them.
You made a reference to our Kurdish brothers and sisters.
Yeah, sure.
You are a former member of parliament from Diyarbakir, which is a province in Turkey which known as the Kurdish capital,
Yeah.
hosts the most amount of Kurds.
Yeah, I am ethnically Kurd.
What do the Kurds in Turkey want? How are they approaching all this?
What they want to live in peace and prosperity within the border of Republic of Turkey. They're happy with being a citizen of Republic of Turkey. We, as a Justice and Development Party, when we came to power, we launched so many projects and programs to democratize the country, to civilize the country. Because in the past, officially, the state, Republic of Turkey, did not recognize the Kurdish reality. and Kurds are not allowed to speak out their language and to live their cultural elements, to perform their cultural elements, and so on. So today, in the Republic of Turkey, an official television channel is broadcasting Kurdish language uninterruptedly in 24 hours a day. So in universities, we have departments of, Kurdish, lingua, Kurdish language. And the propaganda, the newspaper, the journalism, any radio and television and so on, all are free. As far as the condition of Republic of Turkey is concerned, any individual, Kurdish citizen in Turkey can live in any place, in anywhere, in the whole country. So we are, unlike the population and ethnic groups in different countries all over the world, unlike them, we've been integrated.
Okay. So
The only problem was that the Kurds, as an ethnic group, part of Turkey, so they did not, they could not speak out their language and cultural, rights. So this was given them during the term of governance of Justice
Party.
and Development Party.
let's talk about, so that's the situation with the Kurds in
That's
Turkey.
why Kurds in Turkey are happy with being a citizen of Turkish citizen.
Let's talk about the Kurds in Syria. One of the most important things now is the formation of this National Congress.
Yeah.
You have the Sochi talks, the
Yeah.
talks in Astana,
Yeah.
and the UN-backed talks in Geneva and Vienna as well.
Yeah.
In terms of Turkey's position, will it support any participation of the Kurds in these talks and in the National Congress?
Not PYD, PYG, or those who have linked or interconnected with these terrorist organizations. This is our red line. We told this to our partners, Russian Federation and Iran, and this was accepted by them.
So Russia has given Turkey the assurances that the PYD will not participate in...
That the list will be prepared together. The list of participants will be prepared together with Turkey, together with Iran and Russian Federation. So, and we do not accept that any participants from these terrorist organizations to participate in this Sochi Congress.
So that's Turkey's red line. Let's talk about the complex relations with the United States.
Yeah.
The YPG, under the umbrella of the Syrian Democratic Forces, is the leading coalition partner of the United States in the country's fight against terror, against Daesh. Turkey's relations with the U.S. are at a breaking point. Are there areas in which relations between the United States and Turkey can improve with regards to the YPG?
We are clear, and we have not been changing our position from the very outset of this, process. What we offer to our allies and fellows, United States, that in case of you need to fight against Daesh, we're ready. We're ready to cooperate by all means. We're ready to help by all means. We're ready to eliminate the Daesh elements in the region. But they prefer they prefer to be a partner of PYD. If they, we are really do not know.
But you can't expect the United States to come out and says, all right, they're not our coalition partner anymore. They've expressed that this partnership would continue. Is there one area in which relations between Turkey and the U.S. can improve with regards to the YPG? Is it the stopping of the providing of arms? Is it the stopping of providing training for the YPG?
Well, that is the precaution, the precondition, because initially at the first step, they have to stop arming them. That is the first
prerequisite.
Yeah, prerequisite. And then...
Have you received those assurances from the United States?
Not yet.
But there have been conversations between Ibrahim Kalın, the president's spokesman.
Yeah, we hope that they will get it. The problem is, unfortunately, at the moment, I'm very sad to say, when President Erdogan talks to President Trump, they say, okay, we are not going to arm them anymore. We stop. And then later on, in 24 hours, somebody from Pentagon, they say, no, we are going to continue.
Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it is the internal issue of United States between interdepartmental issue regarding the United States administration. But we're very sad to say that, because it caused some complications.
Most recently, the U.S.'s National Security Advisor, H.R. McMaster, actually had a conversation with Turkey's presidential spokesman, Ibrahim Kalın. That assurance was given once again. Do you believe the true intentions of the United States? Do you believe in what they say?
We would like to believe, and we would like to see the result, the practice. Because we came to a point that, you see, if you give 5,000 tracks of arms and guns to PYD, PYG, so then how can you expect us, to stay and watch it?
So you're saying Turkey is looking out for concrete actions in terms of stopping the arms?
Actions and practice. Because today, for instance, we are, there's been heavy, fight at the moment in Bursaya mountains, hillsides, and then when you see the field that is being prepared and is being armed for a long time, it is not an issue of few weeks. So meaning that they have been preparing the PYD forces, PYG forces, they have been preparing for a long time with a lot of ammunition and guns and artilleries and so on. So from that, your first question, from there they keep shooting or rocketing, our land and killing our civilian, innocent people.
When you look at Operation Olive Branch, it's currently targeting the terror elements, whether it's the YPG or Daesh in a broader context. Does this mean that Turkey has sort of taken a step back from its initial request, initial desire to see Bashar al-Assad removed from power?
Well, the cause of all these actions and conflicts and war and immigrants and everything is, of course, the administration of Damascus, Mr. Assad. So what we keep saying is that this is the main cause of the problem. So in the long run, he shouldn't stay there because he causes a lot of problems. The future of that country need to be determined by the people of Syria. So the Arabs, the Kurds, the Turkmens, and all other, but in a legitimate way, international law and legitimacy. So we, of course, from time to time, you sometimes you have preferences. You have to take, first step, second step, whatever it is. So at the moment, we are facing a clear and very close threat from PYD, PYG, of fighting against them. We have to clean that area to secure our borders, to secure our people, as we did in Euphrates Shield operation, to clean the area and then make it available for the people of that area, inhabitants of that area, that they go back and live peacefully. That is our, at the moment, target. The second issue, that the stability and peacekeeping, activities down in Idlib and in that area, and then of course for the future, the administration of the new governance of and administration of the whole Syria. That's our.
So all priorities, but Turkey is taking it step by step.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much for joining us here on
Welcome.
One on One.
Welcome, thank you.